4th of July, Independence Day. Next day in the Philippines, though. We'll wait, hang out a little bit, see if somebody comes on. It's 4th of July. I'm doubting there's going to be too many. Guys are probably busy. We're getting poor weather here, rainy, drizzly. I don't know what they're going to do with fireworks tonight here. We'll see. We had a good, nice hot day yesterday. Beautiful. A couple of days before that, we had a cold snap where you walk outside, had to have a warm jacket on. I had a hoodie on and a sweatshirt underneath. That's how cold it got. We had a real cold day, and then the next day was a little warmer, and then yesterday she was just beautiful, beautiful, sunshiny, warm. Today it's all gloomy. We're getting this lake effect stuff. So that's where we're at right now. Did a little bit of motorcycle riding yesterday, but getting Charlie horses in my hands real bad from that, from operating the clutch and from the brake and all that, because I haven't been doing that too much, and now my hands are locking up on me, Charlie horses, so real bummer. I've been kind of going on an up and down roller coaster these last couple weeks with the chemo and they just got to get me this prednisone that helps, and I did start taking the morphine again. Back started hurting really bad, so I got up in the morning. It was hurting so dang bad. I just said, I'm just hell with it, to pop one. It doesn't get my head all screwy or anything like that. It just knocks the pain out. So I can try to stand up straight and walk around a little bit. Been walking with the kids a good bit, but I'm getting Charlie horses, and that's not too good. Yesterday I rode the motorcycle a little bit, and my feet swelled up somewhat from it. There's my little buddy. Say hi.
Hello.
Wrong, buddy. Stick your head in there. My little buddy. Hey, who's out there? I don't see anybody.
I'm just a smiley
there.
face.
Okay.
Frank. He's your buddy for now on.
Okay. We've been going up to the park and stuff, dodging raindrops, and we took them over to the big park over here. I don't know what's going to happen with fireworks tonight, where they're at. We don't have a car, so we can't really go anywhere. But we were thinking of going over to the field over there.
The fireworks are going to be over there.
Yeah, I know, towards the trains, yeah. So we'll see. The center of town is where they're going to be coming from. We're going to see if we can get in the field over here, and the soccer field, and sit down in there. Hey, Jimmy. Hey, thank you, Jimmy. I really appreciate that. They're very important. People don't realize the power of prayer. I don't know. I can't understand people that don't. And a thing that really, really got me, I have a really good friend in the Philippines, and he sent me this fellow that he goes around to places all here in America and asks people, do you believe in God? How many people say no? I was shocked. I thought there was a huge amount of people that believed in God. And these people are walking past and say no. And then I just seen that thing with Elon Musk talking about how, I'll go to hell because that's where everybody's going to be going anyway. And I was watching this YouTuber and I'm thinking, yeah, no kidding. It's kind of scary, guys. It's really scary. I'm teaching my kids about God and His Son, and they need to know this stuff so we can all be together. But some people, man, it's scary. I watched a few of the videos and I was just shocked. It was way over 90% of the people were just no to this guy. It's really, really freaked me out. But I wore my good shirt today. We were riding the motorcycle a little bit before the rain started. Had my red, white, and blue shirt on today. That was kind of cool. Hey, Michael. No, that's where, Satan's the prince of this world, so you're going to run into a lot of that, and there are a lot of godless people, and it's a shame. It's I just don't get it. This country was founded upon that, and now here we are hundreds and hundreds of years later, and everybody's turned away from it. You know, Satan entices everybody with this, that, and the other, and all this other stuff instead of where people should be, and it's a shame. And I understand too, you know, like with this abortion, how long is the good Lord going to smile on a country that murders? I read an article that it was 1.5 million babies a year are aborted in this country. People don't even think twice about it. They fight for it. They fight for it. And I can't understand that. That's a little life that God put there. You know, you're taking that away. That could have been somebody who cured cancer. They say, oh, well, it wouldn't have been loved, or they wouldn't have been this, or wouldn't have been baloney. You know, that to me is just baloney. Hey, Wes, how you doing, buddy? Nah, I finally got you on there. All right. Are you down at your farm? That's my buddy Wes, and good to see him. I haven't been able to talk to him for a while because I lost my. I got the new phone. I got the way we were communicating's gone. My other phone took a crap. This one it took a crap. Well, fireworks are starting early. Todd Johnson, life is precious. You're dang right, Todd. You're dang right. And these people, they, you know, they're. What do they think's going to happen to them when they pass away? I don't get it. I bet it's hot down there. I saw that hurricane came through Jamaica. Was it Pearl? And you're probably getting a lot of the moisture from that, which makes the humidity. There's got to be something down there. But I hope the farm's going pretty good and everything's working out well for you, Wes. Another thing too, if you guys too, you know, our buddy Sean, he lives out in California. He comes on here a lot. He had that little doggy named Teeny Weeny, and that little doggy finally gave up the ghost. And you know, you fall in love with these little critters like this. They took him in. It was very sickly. They took him in. Had a dog for quite some time, and the little thing passed away. And he's, yeah, I can understand he's heartbroken. So if you guys could pop in over there to Sean and you know, give him some condolences and stuff like that, and go check out his channel and stuff. I feel bad for him because I know both of those guys love that little Poochie. So, you know, that would be nice to do that. But we're not getting, it's cool. It's starting to cool off because we don't have any sun right now. There's no sun here. Oh, I didn't know that, Wes. Oh, wow. I didn't know you had a volcano that close. I'll have to look that up. Give the name of the town on here so we can. I'm gonna look that up on YouTube and see if I can find that son of a gun. That'd be kind of interesting because, you know, that'd be one heck of a cool trip to go down there and check that out where you're at. I like what you did with your house. That was pretty slick. Okay, guys. Ometepe Island. Okay, guys, you can look that one up. Anybody who's on here and get some pictures of that. There's all kinds of stuff. This is what's going to happen. I mean, it's some of the stuff is biblical, I think. But I just caught that. You know, the news here has been all the presidential thing. So, you know, they're not getting anything. And then I was going through YouTube and I seen about the hurricane in Jamaica, and they were showing the storm surge and the devastation. So those people down there, if you got any prayers in you for those people, to pray for those people down there that you know, things would be okay for them. It looked bad. It looked like how it did when it was in Japan, when they had that big surge in Japan years ago. It almost looked like the same thing. But that big Hurricane Beryl hit down there, and I guess it just really tore that place up. So, and I'm sure there's lots of people missing. That's a real bummer. But we had the bike out today. Yesterday, Maddie and I had the bike out. We were out most of the day. How long, Maddie?
5 hours.
5 hours we rode. And the thing, hi, buddy.
Are you gonna drink your pen behind?
No, you can drink it. I got a little drink in there. He wants to finish it.
You gave it to Papa and
No, yeah. You can finish it, Mo. Go ahead.
I'm gonna drink it.
But yeah, we had a nice ride. We had a super ride. And that thing just sips fuel. I filled up the tank, and we rode around for it was about 5 hours. Okay, kick it. Say hi.
Hi.
Geronimo. Okay, what nice we're going for. Oh wow, 4 kilometers from your house. Holy cow! I guess you'll be able, if you start smoking, you can light your cigarettes off of it. Dang, buddy, it's getting kind of close. Maybe you'll have a big mountain again close to you. Yeah, people got to wake up. You know, if you read your Bible, especially in Revelations, everything's spelled out. It's basically our owner's manual, and it's telling you what's going to happen, the signs. You know, and we're getting closer and closer every day. I watch the stuff about the red heifers, and there's all kinds of stuff going on. If you start looking it up, Jesus' return, like a thief in the night, guys. It's going to happen awful quick. I got that Instagram one, Wes. I saw you on there. I see that you're on Instagram. And I got, I'll try to put Telegram on this phone. I haven't tried it. I'll put it on this phone, though. I'll do that later on today so we can get back in touch again. But I did see you on Instagram, and it's kind of like Messenger. Don't mind me. I got the phone just kind of sitting on my lap, guys. I got this. It came from my cable company. I had the cable for so long, so they sent me it's a little tiny iPhone, a 13, and I'm just now learning how to use it. I had it for a while, but it wouldn't work. And then I finally, there's no SIM card for it. The SIM card wouldn't work. It said, nope, you can't put a SIM card in it. So I was using this other one until it broke. And then I called them up and said, hey, what am I supposed to do? I don't, I'm paying this and I don't got a phone. And they said, oh, it's an eSIM. We have to turn it on. So I had to put the phone on and do a little doodad over by the Wi-Fi, and then they had to connect to and turn it on. So now I got it working, and I'm learning it. I got the book. It came with a book. So I'm actually reading the book. The other one, the Samsungs, these old phones like this, I got pictures on it. That's why I got it in my hand. But, I know how to use it just because I played around with this one. I'm reading the book, and there's just so much stuff. I'm starting to learn how to do the notes and all this stuff so I can set myself reminders and calendar, and it's got so much stuff that's really cool, and it's a lot easier to use than the old phone, it seems to me. You just click to it and go ahead and put your note in. You can scoot it over to the calendar wherever you want, and it'll give you warnings. Like I do like 2 warnings to remind myself, for an appointment. I just put a couple appointments on there, and then I got it not the day before, but the day before that, a warning that it's what time I got to be ready to be out the door, and then the next day. Hi, sweetie. Come say hi.
Hello.
There's my beautiful, turning into a little woman, huh, sweetie?
Mm-hmm.
I know. You're my precious baby.
Uploading my video. And this time I put music on it.
Okay. We're doing a live. Wes is on there.
Who's Wes?
Wes,
Who's that?
from Philippines.
Oh,
You
no.
silly. Wes who? She's a silly. Nita's cooking show. Hey. All right. How you doing, Nita? Ali Wong, what are you talking about today? Just a little bit of anything going on, anything you want to talk about. Bring up a subject. We'll talk about it a little bit. It's Independence Day here. I started out talking about, we're a couple hundred years into this country. It was founded on Christian values, and it seems to me that that's disappearing here. It's just shocking. I mean, you just watch it. I'm not going to raise my kids that way. I don't want them going to places like where Elon Musk was talking about going, and all these other people. Don't want to go there. So, I'm teaching these kids best I can. And that's what we're looking for. Let's see. Yeah, you know something? We don't get much time, guys. We're just a vapor. I mean, if you think about it, we're just a vapor. And look at these. Look at Dorothy. She's going to be 11. I just got her.
I don't know.
Hi,
How
handsome.
many more minutes until we go to the park?
Oh no, that's not till way later. He wants to go up to the park for the fireworks, but that's not going to be until, at least 9:30, 10 o'clock. We'll keep them up. We slept in today, went to bed late last night, so they'll be up and not fall asleep in the park because I can't carry them home. I'm walking a lot better. I'm doing a lot better than I have been, but I'm getting Charlie horses everywhere because I'm doing more. I'm doing more walking. I'm doing a whole bunch more stuff. I did the motorcycle yesterday. We did some more today, and we're just cruising all around. But now I'm getting these Charlie horses because they're giving me some medicine because they don't want me to get too much of this potassium around my heart. So now I'm getting them in my calves, my feet, my hands. Just part of it. It's just part of what's going on. Let you guys know what the heck goes when this happens. I hope what's happening to me doesn't happen to anybody, any of you guys out there, because this really blows. I mean, it really blows. They seem to be talking that they're getting a good hold of it. I'm going to be doing the stem cell thing on the 24th. 4 days before that, I'm going to go in where they're going to give me shots to make the stem cell. They got to find out if I got this other thing because my kidneys aren't shooting back the way they want them to. They're not doing, so they think I got this other thing wrong, and we're going to be doing a test for that this coming up week. They're going to do some tests in my stomach, 8th, and then we'll see amyloids. You can look that up, but they think I got amyloids there. Yeah, Jimmy, they're really something. These kids, beautiful little babies. They're the most wonderful gifts from God that you can get. And these little guys. The other day when I came home, this is I ran up to the store by my I went up to the Monday. It was Monday because of the chemo, and that's when I came back. And it took a long time, so the kids were waiting for me to get home. And when I walked in that front door, I got flocked. They all ran to me, Papa, Papa, and they threw their arms around me, giving me hugs and kisses. And boy, what a joy to come home to something like that. To me, I don't know how any of you guys feel, but boy, I'll tell you what. Yeah, you missed me, huh? I'm telling you, it's a real joy. It perks me up so much, and I think that's what's making me better. I really do. I think that's what's making me better because I want to be around for these guys as long as I can. And they seem to say this stuff is working. Now we're going to do the test for amyloids. If I got them, the treatment's still the same, but instead of me going home, where I can go home to get a lot of this stuff done, they want to keep me the whole time. They're going to keep me in there 3 weeks a month in the hospital to do this thing. And I did tons and tons of reading on it. I talked to as many people I know about it. I actually talked to a senior chief at the cancer thing, big fella. He was the senior chief, and he had it done, and that was years ago. And he just comes in for checkups, but he had cancer also, and I guess it worked for him. And he said he's already sitting on about 8-9 years now since he had it done, and he said he feels great. He gained all his weight back. He's getting around. His wife was there with him. She was talking, saying, yeah, he was real sick afterwards. Because it was a little bit different back then too, because this was years ago. They're perfecting it as they go. So at least that's what they're telling me. I got some paperwork just the other day on it. The only thing I'm going to do, they got one scan they want to do where they're going to inject me with a radioactive dye, and then they want to scan me. I'm just going to refuse that one. That's a deal breaker for me. I can't lay inside the imaging machine, the MRI, because the way they got my bone in my back poked out, and just can't do it. I just can't lay in there. And I don't want any radioactive stuff put in my thing. Years and years ago, when I first hurt my back, there was a fellow in the doctor's office, And him and me always had the same appointments. And one day I asked a girl what happened. I don't see him anymore. How come we don't come together anymore? And she said, oh, he passed away. The guy was like 28 years old. It affected him. He got that scan for his back because he fell off a roof, busted his back. So they wanted me to do it. My doctor said, don't do it. You know, they had the hospital wanted to do it. And this was different. You know, this is years in the 90s. And now they say, oh, it's not bad, blah, blah, blah. Nah, jury's out for me. I'm just going to stay out. I'm not going to get that done. I don't trust that. But look at all the rest of the crap they're putting in me. Jeez, criminy. Stuff from World War One. You start reading up about this, the more I look into it, I'm just like, holy cow. Some of this chemo is stuff to kill people. Yeah. way back in, the teens of the last century. Scary stuff. Well, it's just like the Coumadin. Coumadin was nothing but a rat poison. It thins the blood out so they internally bleed to death. And then they said, hey, well, look, it works on humans too. Just give them a little bit. But I was on a blood thinner because the clots. And it's really funny with these, that I was, not now. Now it's not happening at all. But when this first started, there was definitely clots. I could feel them. I could feel them in my arteries and stuff moving. And then that one lady, they were doing a scan on me and found one. There's one. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. I hope I can with these kids. I can be around with them, Jimmy, for a good while. They're beautiful kids, and they're just something special. They really are. There's my little buddy. There you go. You say hi to everybody. Say hello. Hello. We got to still work on his teeth. I'm getting him to put a little peroxide swish around in there. He got a bacteria, so it's messing up his teeth. He had, a few years ago when he fell and knocked the teeth, that one tooth is almost like dead. And he brushes. We do the brushing every day, but it's not working. So we got to get him up to the dentist. The insurance card, they took care of our insurance, but they haven't sent me the card yet. So we want to make a dental appointment for it, but they won't let me make the dental appointment until I got the card in my hand. And I'm like, well, I got the insurance. Just call up the insurance company, blah, blah, blah. Nope. They want the card so they can swipe it. So, but I got to get his teeth looked at and just get him, even if they're just cleaned off, because there's a bacteria in there. I got him doing some peroxide, just swishing it around, spitting it out, trying to kill that. So. But the kids are doing good. They're eating really good. Yesterday we went up on our way home. We stopped at the market. We got a whole bunch of fruits and vegetables. We had the bike. Manny and I had the bike in that big backpack. Wes, you got one of them backpacks. They're really something. A couple of them anyway. And we filled them. And we made it home. We had a heck of a precarious ride home. We went nice and easy, stayed off to the side. Because we didn't have that far. We went to a store close by, and it wasn't during big traffic hours. I waited at the store for a while until the traffic let up. And then we rode home easy, because that bike is top heavy, guys. That bike is absolutely, when it's got a full tank of gas, and I got a backpack and me up on top of it, and Maddie on the back of it, that thing is so top heavy, you have to be very careful coming to a stop. Because once it starts to keel over, I couldn't stop, not with my legs anymore. I can't stop it, until my legs get a little bit stronger again. There you go. Well, I've got 3 grandkids, Jimmy. One of them's already 16 years old. And he said he's not calling Dorothy, Maddie, or Moo aunt or uncle, because he's a big handsome kid, boy. When they were here the last time, I went ahead and gave him my hatchet. I had a hatchet from when I was a young man, through the scouts and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, Logan. That's my little grandson, Logan. Well, he's big. He's a big kid. He's not little. So I give him that, and he really dug that because he likes to be out in the woods and do stuff like that, hunting and fishing and stuff. Absolutely, Jimmy. You know something? Here's something that they used to talk. I used to hear this on TV, and they try to. So you go to work, and they say quality time. That's not how it works. You know what? You know what it is when it comes to kids? Quantity time. That's my game. It's quantity. And now I'm old enough. I'm home. I don't have to work. I got all the time in the world with these guys. Mumba came in and read me a story. He pulled his book out from school, and he read me a bedtime story. Went through the whole book, never missed a word. You know, so that was pretty cool. That was really cool because I got to keep them occupied. I was down at the thing, and they have a social worker said, "Oh, well, you got the kids in any this, that, and the other." I said, "Well, I can't. I don't have a car. What do you want from me?" You know, she said, "Well, you should put them in this or that." I said, "Yeah, so we can walk 5 miles to somewhere." You know, or start running them back and forth on the bike, you know, one at a time. It's just not feasible right now until we get some wheels. But we're putting away. We had our Aussie farmer helped us a little bit, and you know, now that we're situated here and things are a little bit better off, we're going to be able to put just a little bit away and keep at it until we can find something. There's a lot of nice vehicles that I'm seeing right now. We don't have enough for them, but it's coming. I mean, it's working. I'm not gonna concern myself about it. You know, we'll get by. We're gonna get by. So things so far so good, but we're pretty far from the store now. That's the only bad thing. That's the only bad thing now. Where this place is cheaper. And it's bigger. It's a lot nicer, but I don't know. I like it.
I like it way better than the other one.
Well, I'm saying quantity. Quality is great. You know, that's for the adults. When you can go see an adult, you only get to see them once or twice a week. But when it comes to your kids, I'm the kind of guy who says it's quantity. Be there as much as you can. Hey, Hammer, how you doing? All right, good to see you on there. We're doing all right. I'm doing. You know, I kind of was this last few weeks. I haven't made any lives or anything because I was on a roller coaster, guys. You know, just one day I was good, next day I'm down. It's just, you know, with the chemo, they gave me you missed some certain kind of a chemo bag a month ago, and then the doctor caught it and said, "Why didn't I get this thing?" Some bone strength, so they gave me that one on top of this last chemo I had, and I'll tell you what, it knocked me it just knocked me down, and I was having a hard time thinking. It was a hard time being able just to get up and walk, just to get up and go for a few days there. So, you know, that knocked me, and they said it would. He came right out and said it's going to do that. So, but yeah, it's part of it, I guess. Hey Ken, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, happy 4th of July to you too. They're letting some fireworks over across the street here.
I keep getting scared from them.
My brother used to have a dog that 4th of July he'd have to put it in the basement and put the stereo on and flank up the windows because the dog would go crazy over the fireworks or gunshots or anything like that. It was a shepherd, and it just went. Nice dog. I mean, it was a great dog, but it just could not take the fireworks. That dog. But he every 4th of July and before 4th of July, he put it down in his basement and had his windows blocked up and had music down there for it. Poor dog. But it would just go. It would go like berserk, you know, from it. You know, not a berserk like it was going to hurt anybody. Just it was so scared to death. You know, from that, and you know, just a gunshot. I don't know what happened to it. He got it. He didn't get it from a pup. I think he got it from a pound. So I don't know if it was supposed to have been a police dog or who knows, or what it was. Beautiful dog, though. But, yeah, he was crazy. I hope that when we get all done here and we can get moved, get the GI Bill, and we'll see if we can buy a house down south, you know, we get a dog. There's a lady out here the other day had the most beautiful white dotted, kind of like, well, gray and white, prettiest color pit bull you ever seen, a little female, and friendly as, you know, they're friendly. They're just lap dogs. It's all how you raise them. But I'd love to have pit bull. I'll be honest with you. I think those are the nicest pups, and I like the looks out. I like the looks
I
of them.
like pit bulls.
I just like they just look cool. They look like they're smiling at you all the time. Mine just go crazy when I'd come home. Sometimes I'd let it stay in the car at work, and I'd come out at lunchtime like that, and that dog just went crazy. It just wanted to spend all its time with you. That's all there was to it. But she was a real sweetie. But we're hoping. I'm looking. I've seen pit bulls around here. Like this, mine was what they call a Staffordshire pit bull. And it kind of had a little bit of a brindle color to her. Female. Called her Daisy. And she wasn't a real super big. About 80 pounds. She went 80 pounds. And she lived a long time. 17 years anyway. But she was in good shape right up to the end. Good dog though. She would take off on trips though. Sometimes she'd go out and then be gone for a week. Oh well, didn't hurt nobody. She didn't want to hurt nobody. She was just a friendly pup, and nobody would see her or anything like that. And then she just showed up again. So she went back into the woods somewhere. I don't know, but I had her spayed. You know, I don't usually like to do that to a dog, but I had a vet that he was. You know, I said, hey, can you give me a good price on that? Because I don't want her getting knocked up. Because she had the first set of pups, and it went bad. It went bad for her. Her old guts was messed up and all that. And he says, man, it could kill her next time. So we just had her spayed. Yeah, I took some pictures of the kids at the swings and stuff like that. So my new phone's got some new pictures on there. And the old phone, I found a way. My daughter was moving the pictures off of this old phone to the new phone. So she was doing some stuff more today. I just let her do it because I got the Apple laptop also. So I'm going to be able to turn the Apple laptop off and be able to use that again. Oh, let me see. I got some. Sorry guys, I haven't reading that. I don't have my glasses. Yeah, just the one dog. The pups were already gone, the little puppies, those were already gave away. But and then the neighbors got the Shaky. Couldn't bring her. I would have loved to have brought her here. She was a great dog. You know, all my dogs. I never had to have a leash for any of my dogs. If I got to have a dog that's got to be on a leash, I don't want it. It's not my kind of dog. But I've never had a dog that I needed a leash for. So. You just get them to listen when they're little. That Great Dane, he was the fastest dog I ever had. But when he was a pup, he would run away from me, and I'd just go catch him. Come back here. And then pet him up. I've seen people where they catch him and they get mad at him. Well, it makes him run more. You don't. You say, oh, good boy, you're here. And then they come to you when you call them. You know, that's the way they're going to react. Well, when he got big and could outrun me by twice the speed, he didn't know it. He didn't know that he could outrun me. Because I always ran him down. So, but he would listen. That Great Dane I had, he would really listen. He's the one who got heartworm, though. That beautiful baby, he got heartworm, and that was the end of him. Yeah, so the puppies were long gone before they ever left, and then Shaky's with the neighbors, so, you know, Tatai and them guys over there. But I heard you know, he's got a bunch of dogs over there too, so she got knocked up again and they had pups. But I just heard about this was a while back, and all those pups are given away too because, you know, everybody wants them. She's just a really good dog. You know, she's smart. She looks at you. She looks right in your face when you're talking to her, and she kind of tilts her head like she's understanding what you're saying, and she just, people say, oh, you know, you're a really good dog trainer. No, I think I just wind up with some smart dogs. You know, I just always was lucky. Every single dog I ever had was a smart dog and just listened. I never had problems with any of my dogs. The only ones that you can't get them to listen is the hunting dogs. If a coon dog's going after a coon, hey, you can call them all you want. Until they tree, you ain't getting them back. You know, and the foxhounds. Foxhounds are hard also. You know, that was my favorite foxhound hunting. That was my most fun. But you ain't calling them off a trail. You ain't. It's not going to happen. But there were plenty of times where I had to leave them out in the woods because it was time to go home. I'd have to go to work the next day or something like that. And just throw your shirt down wherever you put them. And they'd be there. Somebody would go back and either pick them up, or I'd go back later on that night and they'd be laying there, ready for something to eat. But never lost one. So that worked out pretty good. My hands don't mind me, my hands are going in, getting locked up with these Charlie horses in my fingers right now. And I go, just a bummer. But who else is out there? I see there's a few on there. Really good to see you there, Hammer. We're getting a little bit of a nest egg put away for a vehicle happening now. So I'm figuring sometime, maybe even before the end of the year. But if the prices go up real high like they did last year, everybody wants a winter beater. Right now, the prices are good. I'm seeing cars pretty good prices, and I'm seeing a lot of cars. They're bringing them up from Florida. I saw a bunch of them. They're bringing up from Florida with not that many miles, 80, 100,000 on like a Ford Crown Victorias and Mercuries and stuff. They're a little bit older, but they don't. They're somebody's retirement car and beautiful, and they're wanting between $4,000 and $5,000 for them. But all of them, you talk to them and it's like firm. No, I ain't taking any less than that. You want it, you pay it. But those ones you got to go down to the Z-Bart or something right off the bat, or don't drive them into salt, because I've seen them where they bring them up from down south, and one winter in this area right here, and they're just full of holes. It's not good. I've seen that happen many times, unless they still got wax on the frame and all that. But I wouldn't want to. There's one right now I saw the other day that was just absolutely gorgeous. I actually stopped up on the bike and looked at it, and it almost, I thought it looked like it was a new car almost. 80,000 miles, Ford Crown Victoria, and 4.6. I think it was 2012. And I didn't think that was that many miles, but the paint on it was good. The interior was like brand. Everything about it. You opened up everything about it was, even under the hood. A little bit of dirt and grime underneath the hood, but no leaks anywhere. Not even in the pumpkin. That's the first time I ever looked at a used car in my lifetime and looked at the whole driveline, the back of the transmission, the pumpkin, and all that. And now there was a little seepage. There's always a little bit of seepage from the U-joints, but nothing else. I couldn't find anything. It was just dry as a bone underneath there. The oil, when I took the dipstick out, smelled good. It smelled like oil. So it was well taken care of. And then in the dang door, on the door sill, I guess the guy down there in Florida, he took it to the same dealership all the time. They put stickers in the door. So it got all the services it ever needed. And even though there was no miles, I looked at the one service thing, the book, and there was only about 120 miles put on it between the oil changes because the 6 months went by. So he just took it back in anyway and got it changed. And then the transmission fluid was changed. And, it was getting its dealership maintenance from this guy. And that one won't be around, though. That one will be gone before you know it. It was just too nice. And the guy said, yeah, first come, first serve on this baby.
When are we going to the park to watch the
Not till late.
Not till
It's only 7:30. No, not for a while yet. About 9 or so even.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what we're going to be able to see from the park, but we're going to walk over the park. I'm getting my sea legs back. I'm walking around. Hey, Todd, how you doing, buddy? Oh, I'm getting Charlie horses big time. Yesterday we had a 5-hour day of it riding, put a bunch of miles on it, and then today I went out again, and now I'm getting really bad Charlie horses in my hands, and my fingers are locking up. They're not used to doing this, but it'll pass. I ate a banana, drank a little vinegar, so we'll see how that helps. But the vinegar seemed to help it out a lot. They're not locking up as bad as they were this morning when I got back from the motorcycle ride today, because the kids, they wanted. We did store trips. Dorothy needed some stuff for her hair, And she's a little turned into a little woman, so we had to go get her hair stuff, and so we jumped on the back of the bike and put the backpack on her, and we went and got her stuff. And then, of course, I took Maddie yesterday. Then Mumu he wanted to make a store trip. He had a couple bucks, so he wanted to buy Dorothy an ice cream because she bought him one here a while back. So he wanted to go up and buy her an ice cream and Maddie a drink. So,
I got something
So
so I can sit on.
oh, okay. Yeah, you can bring that in here. That's okay. You're allowed to bring that
The
chair in here.
question is, I'm gonna leave it in here and put it right over there.
Too bad you didn't like the rocker better. Okay, you like that one? That's fine.
Because the rocker is hard on my back.
Oh, okay. Alrighty.
I'm gonna put it right.
He brought his little chair in here. We got that chair. I know people. Can you see the chair on there?
Yeah.
Okay. I know a lot of people get me, but somebody was dragging that out to the dumpster from an apartment they were moving and stuff. There's no tears. There's no rips in it. Maddie's been using it since we got it. And I told her, hey, we want that. And she said, you take it. There's nothing wrong with it. She said, we're not taking it with us. So, okay, so we took it. And he's been sitting there.
I'm not gonna put it too close to this because I'm gonna bump my head.
Yeah, that needs to be pushed back. You pulled that out last night.
I know.
All right, guys, I'm on live now. Okay?
Papa, we're almost gonna go to the game.
Now, let's see, I'm in here in the bedroom doing live, and now they're all going to flock in here. You know, I tried to get away because I thought everybody would take a little nap before we leave tonight, but we're going to go out around 9. The fireworks aren't even going to start till around 9:30 because it don't get dark here till 9:30 anymore. So, you know, that's just the way it is right now. So, we'll see. But the weather here has been kind of like how I feel. It's been a roller coaster for the last week and a half. It's been nothing but a roller coaster, and that's exactly how my body's acting up right now. I'm on this dang roller coaster, but it's a roller coaster, and I think I'm on an upswing, guys. You know, I'm getting down to two more chemos to go, and then the stem cell, and then they said I'll be sick, might lose my hair, blah blah blah, da da da. And they said the one fellow in the chemo thing told me, he says, yeah, it's going to be a couple months after. You're still going to feel fatigued and get tired and all that, but once your stem cell starts growing, he says you're going to start gaining weight and feeling better. He said that's what happened to me anyway. So we'll see. And I was asking him about that amyloids too, and he had a little trouble with that himself too. And it took care of it. It took care of it for him. Hey, handsome. Yeah, I'm getting a hug from my little buddy. That's your little birthday. What do you call that?
Bubble.
Bubbles. He got little Bubbles for his birthday.
He was once named Buddy, but now he's Bubble.
Bubbles.
Bubble.
Bubbles your buddy. Okay.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right. I love you, buddy. Momo, he's getting to be such a sweet kid. He's a real hugger. Something I noticed as I've been getting older. These kids who are huggers and don't care who's around. You know, even when they're friends and all that stuff, and they come up and give you a big hug anyway, they turn out the best. And mine, they don't care who's around. They don't care if all their buddies from school or anything. When I went up there, they come up and give me a big hug. And I think they're going to do well. I think these kids are going to do really well, and I think they're going to do well here instead of going back to the Philippines. I have no desire to go back. I hope it works out that they don't have to go back. If something happened to me, I know their mom would take them back right away. But
I don't want to.
I hope that doesn't happen. I really do. Hope and pray. But yeah, Todd, my hands, while I was going, they were hurting a little bit because I got a lot of pain right in here because I'm getting this all to work again. Right in here is where I'm getting most of the pain, and they were locking up a little bit, but I had the use of them the whole time. You know, the clutches were actuating really good. I'm not having any problem with that. I'm stretching them. I'm doing as much as I can to get them back to being flexible, and I'm going to start working on building some muscle back. And they said, oh, yeah, you can do that. You can start doing that anytime. So that's what I've been doing. I had a while there. I couldn't even put a box. See, if you look up above my closet over there, see, I got that thing up there? And that's up above my head pretty good. That's got to be about 84, 85 inches to the bottom of that shelf. And I'm 80 inches tall. And I couldn't put a box up there that weighed 10 pounds. Now I can. Now I'm starting to be able to get some weight up on there, and I'm going to start putting a little bit more and more weight every time. I'm just doing it with these boxes and stuff. I don't have any weights here. I just do it with the boxes and put more stuff in them and put them up on a shelf, take them down, put them up, take them down. And I'm going to try to get my muscle, because right now I got granny flaps. I got my own built-in wingsuit now. So I just laugh. I got old granny flaps. Ain't that a bummer? 63 years old with granny flaps. Yeah, but it saves me a lot of money if I ever wanted to do any of that wing diving where they go out plane and they float through. I don't need to buy a wingsuit. I already got a built-in one. But I did lose a lot of weight. I'm still about 100. Right now, the last time I went to the doctor, I was 195, and that's way too light. I just feel I'm way too light. So we got to get a little bit of weight on there. Yeah, Jimmy, there's something. And kids they're really sweet. We gotta, and you know something, you just give them. I'm always hugging. I always give them hugs and kisses. I love these kids. I love them to death. And like I say, they don't care where they're at. They see me, they come up and give me a big hug, and I love it. When I came home the other day from the chemo, I was kind of down because you got a couple more, and they came in and started talking about the stem cell and a lot of stuff on my mind and all that. But as soon as they swarmed me, all that was gone. All that in my head just disappeared. So they are gifts, guys. You got to remember that children are gifts from God. And these kids, they love me to death. I know they do. Stuff like that. You can't hide that. It's just their daily routine, and I know it. And boy, oh, is that nice! It's the nicest feeling in the whole world to have these little guys. And Mumu, he was a little, he could be a handful, that little guy, but he's even coming around. He's getting a lot better. He's doing good in school. He's doing a lot better around here. Now we're all together. We're in a routine, and we're doing our stuff, and I'm here a lot to spend time with him, and he's reading me stories, and he's getting a lot better. He is getting a lot better because he can get pretty rambunctious. You have to look that one up, huh? Hey, you wore my nice little shirt there today, a little flowery shirt. But I would like to ride the motorcycle a little bit more today, but spit and rain, and then it'll start raining, and then stop and start and stop. And right now, I don't want to get it all, take a slip and fall, you know what I mean? Because when it starts raining, there's dust all over the roads around here right now. Because we're right by an airport, and we had a windy day, and you can just see it. You can see it on the road. And when I was the last ride we took today, Mumu and I got sprinkled on, and when I didn't get the one with the anti-locks on it, and I just wanted to see how slippery it was, so I hit the back brake a little bit. Sure enough, it locked it right up, no problem. So, we were taking it nice and easy coming in. It's got good tires on it, but I'm not a speed demon. I'm not a speed demon anymore. I got my beautiful little baby on the back. When there's a lot of traffic and stuff like that, I'm sitting over on the right-hand side. Let them pass. I'm in no hurry. I'm doing the speed limit. Actually, a cop passed us by, and he gave us a thumbs up. We were the only ones on the road doing the speed limit. I was doing 35. Everybody else was doing 60. He went by and gave us a thumbs up. So I just stayed over in the right-hand lane. I know if you're going too slow, that can cause problems, but I was watching my mirrors real good. And what was lucky is there was a truck behind me, a big semi-truck behind me. So people were getting around him. As soon as they got around him, they seen me, and they just said, okay. And he was just doing a speed limit. He didn't want no ticket, that guy. But we took a hell of a long ride yesterday. I was way through Medina, past Drake, headed out 42. I can't remember the last town I went to, but Boston Road. We just took a ride because there wasn't a lot of traffic on it, and it was a beautiful sunny day, so that was really nice. Hey, Mike, how you doing, buddy? All right, there's my buddy Mike. Everybody say hi to him. But I'm glad you popped in there, Mike. He's a Wrenchmeister. Yeah, luckily there's not too many on there. There's 12 people it's showing here, but no, and 4 thumbs up, but no trolls so far. Somebody just sent me a thing on one of these other guys. He's cutting me down again on all this, and then I went and looked at that. And then it was from a month ago, and then he had one from days before that, and ones before that. And everybody he talks about, he cuts down this guy, and I'm like, oh brother, if you have to do like my mother used to say, if you don't have anything nice to say about somebody, just don't say anything. I don't get it. All right, Jimmy. Thank you. Thank you very much. Same to you. We'll be heading out around 9 or so, 15 to 9 or so. It's a little bit of a walk. It takes us about 10, 12 minutes to walk over there. So we're going to be heading over to fireworks. We'll see. I don't know how much we're going to see because it's all, surrounding this whole thing here is just woods. I don't know how high up in the sky. Depends on how far away they are, but at least we'll get a walk in the park. And there's a real nice park over there with one of those spinny things for the kids, and they got a big rocket ship and all that. I took them over there the other day because it was the first day I could walk that far. And we actually did a 3-mile walk. I did a 3-mile walk. And of course I got Charlie horses that night. I woke up, I was okay, went to bed about 12:30. At 2 o'clock I woke up and I was getting Charlie horses in my legs like you wouldn't believe, guys. They were hitting me just rapid fire. And I'm sitting here, oh well, what am I gonna do? Drink a little vinegar. And eased them up a little bit and then just stayed up, because there was no sleeping anymore after that. But it's definitely lessening up. What I'm getting today wasn't as bad as it was after that walk. Nowhere near. But a little swelling. I every time I do that chemo and I take that prednisone to come off the steroid, my ankles swell up a little bit. And there's, just it's 1 foot more than the other though today. Right foot's swollen and the left one's hardly. So, it's weird. All this stuff, all these chemicals they're putting in my body. It's got my whole body all freaked out, I think. But this is the program I'm on, so I'm going to see it through, guys. The nurse told me when I talked to her last time, she said, oh, all your hair's going to fall out. And then I was over at that hospital, because it's a different hospital. It's not going to be done at the VA. It's done in the hospital, like, next door. And poor lady, she looked like she was only about maybe 30, 35 years old, tops. And her hair was just gone. Just gone, little fuzzy stuff sticking out. And she was good. You could tell she was a good-looking woman. But she had cancer, so they were doing stem cell on her. And she was going back for a checkup. I talked to her a little bit. And she says, yeah, it just all of a sudden came out in gobs. Real nice lady. And I was like, oh, well, I guess maybe I'll be a chrome dome for a little while. But she goes, it's coming back. And you could see she had it was just fuzz, though. I said, yeah, well, if it bothers you, throw a wig. She said, no, don't bother me. She says, maybe I'll get a tattoo, a big eyeball there. A couple of eyeballs in the back of my head for the grandkids. And I said, oh, how old are they? She said, oh, they're just little. So she might have been older than 35 then. But seemed like she had good spirits, though. Good spirits for that lady. This kind of stuff, it hits you, and your head goes through some pretty weird stuff. I'm telling you that. One of the stuff that's going on, you definitely, when you're staring this stuff, right down the throat of it, it's pretty freaky. I don't know, Mike. I don't know when they're going to allow me to do notifications. I tried to get on here. I got the new phone now. But I did one here, the other one, they wouldn't let any of the comments come through. I had no comments, nothing. No comments. And then hours later, all the comments came on with the timestamps on them, but they weren't giving them to me when they were happening. People were commenting. I wasn't getting them. So that could have been a glitch, maybe, or maybe they're doing it on purpose. I don't know. I'm not talking about too much political stuff and all the, with the Pokemon and all that. That's where they hit me before. Now it's just letting you know what's happening with this, bone cancer and the chemo and all that kind of stuff. And it's a roller coaster. I just watched a thing on here. They were it just happened to pop up on my feed. Well, the kids were watching it on the TV because we got YouTube on there, and it was roller coasters, and I'm like, yeah, that's appropriate for me. Hey, buddy.
John the Baptist.
All right. Yeah, we get them into a few of the Bible stories and stuff like that. So, got to teach them. We had it in the Philippines. We didn't bring it because it was heavy and it was big, but I'm going to find one here if I can find it at a yard sale or used bookstore and find that the children's. It's a pretty thick Bible, but it's a children's one. It's got lots of pictures in it. It's the Bible, but it's somebody from, I think the one I had was dated 1954, where they came in and made it for kids, under 10 to really get a good hold of it. Todd, I think that the VA that I'm going to is probably one of the better hospitals that you can go to. Just unbelievable how well that place is run. I remember when my father was going through the VA, when he got old, that's where he wanted to go because he was a vet. It was horrible. And somehow they straightened it all out. And now, it's top notch. Absolutely top notch. But when they're doing the stem cell, though, they're going to do it over at this other hospital because it's all set up for that. But it's still VA. It's still through the VA. They're the ones who are paying for it. So hopefully it's all going to work out. There's some more fireworks. It's going to start here. That's just the next street over. Those guys have been blowing off some stuff over there. I can see him out the window on the street. He's got the kids way back and just got some boomers, some like M80s and stuff. I saw a few cherry bombs, and the kids had some smoke bombs and stuff. That's what you got to be careful. You don't mix up the smoke bombs with the cherry bombs.
It's raining, so we can't go tonight for a while to go at the park.
Don't worry. Come dark time, it probably won't be raining. Don't worry about it. If anything, too, we can just go to the end of the buildings here and stand under the pavilion here and watch it. But I don't think there's going to be too much close here because we are butt up against the airport. We're on the property line of the airport. As soon as you cross this little river back here that's still there, I remember it from years ago, still there. Now they ran drainage into it, though. They got drainage from the roads going into there where they had dug up all the way from the main road and they're draining it. So there's a lot more water than there was in years past, when I was young going back there. Because you used to catch crawdads and stuff. And I got to watch the kids because the sides are real steep. They want to go in there, and I'm saying, no, you can get hooked on a branch and go head over what they call, over teacups. And I wouldn't want them going and knocking their head into some of these they got big concrete, newer, where they put the pipe in for the storm drain. So there's a lot of water gets in there when it rains. So. But that's the borderline of the airport. And on the other side of that, then it's all security from there on out. They got the IX Center and all that kind of stuff. You can go over there, but I'm not even going to try to. I just up through the fence. That's as far as I'm going to go. And I'm sure they've probably seen me too. But we found some shortcuts over to the park. We got to do a little thing through the woods. It's kind of. We just walked around until we found it. So that way we don't have to, because right now to go to this park, these kids like the big one, we got to go way the heck down the road and way back up like everybody else. Well, we found a hole in the fence. Some kids must have cut it there years ago because it's pretty rusty. It's a little hole and not that noticeable. Maddie's the one who found it. You found that hole, right, Maddie?
What hole?
Remember we went through the hole in the fence?
No.
To come home from the park.
Oh.
Yeah, we found a hole in the fence. So we all made it through and brought the clippers to make sure we don't get cut on anything like that. Rusty cut, that's no good. I'm going. There's one over there, Todd, on Snow Road. I'm going to the one right down in Cleveland. They call it the Carl Stokes Center, but it's the VA Medical Center down in Cleveland. They won't give me a ride to the one in Parma. They'll say, okay, you got an appointment over in Parma, and we got your ride, and then the ride never shows, and I call them up, oh, no, you can't have a ride. Well, how the hell am I going to get there? Now it's getting to the point where I could probably take the bike over. So that's if I have an appointment there. But I'm doing everything downtown, and they're picking me up. Now they're doing me with Lyft rides. and somebody comes and picks me up. They're sending me advertisements on this phone. Yeah, I remember that's where my Kaiser used to be, and that's all gone now. Kaiser's gone. That was my insurance I had when I left. That's all gone. That was a steel mill out in California, and they had them here in Cleveland, and right up the road from where the VA is. That's where the old Kaiser building was. Their clinic, and then there was a hospital over there. That's some kind of storage building now. It's really funny how stuff changes. When I came back, I couldn't believe when I just wanted to head out 42 because I hadn't been out there in, man, it had to be 25, 30 years. And I just can't believe all the apartments, the malls, the stores, and it's just going farther and farther and farther out. I remember some of these places I saw that all it was farmland and woods and stuff. Now it's malls, apartment tracks, and just amazing me. The roads are good over there, and you can see even the winter didn't hurt them. I thought the roads were pretty good on the bike. Of course, that bike though, it'll fool you, because you can go over a pretty bumpy road, and I got the suspension. I was able to get my hand in there with the spanner, and I actually loosened it up a little bit more. They had the preload. The guy put the preload up real high, which I didn't ask him to. Well, I got it down to almost nothing now, so now the back tires actuating a little bit more. The front already did in the first place. I had to go get a special valve stem. The valve stem was leaking. Couldn't find a nail in the tire. Couldn't find anything wrong with the tire. Had it up. Had a good shiny light on there trying to find why it was leaking. And it was the valve stem. Then I got another one. That slow leaked. So then I went ahead and I got some from the motorcycle, right from a motorcycle shop. We stopped and picked that up. And I put that in. I had my little pump with me. And I don't like it at the 23 pounds that they wanted. That's for off-road and dirt. So I pumped it up a little bit higher than that. And now it's turning really easy. It's not squirrely when I'm going around the corners. It says it's supposed to have 23 pounds in the front tire and 36 in the back. And that's what it calls for right in the book. Now, I got 32 in the front. And it says it can go all the way up to like 48 or something like that. So, but I got it at, well, today when I checked it, it was actually at 30. I got a really good measuring device on this and pumped it up. And it's just now, it's when you're going into corners and stuff, it's not trying to walk or do, wobble or do anything weird. It's tracking just really nice. It's tracking really good. And I don't like to, when it was a little bit wobbly, and that's me too. I'm up so high, big tall guy up real high on a top heavy bike in the first place. That thing, Dorothy and I were on it, and we were at the gas station, and instead of having my hand on the handlebars, I was holding her bags of groceries, and the thing went over while I was standing there. It just started going, and there was nothing I could do to stop it. So it fell over in slow motion, right over the side where the gas pump was. And some guys came over, and it was just leaning, so we stood her back up. But another little scratch and dent. But I had just filled up the tank, 6.1 gallon to fill it up. And man, it takes regular, but I went ahead and put one. It says 87, and I did hear it. If you're in second and you hit gas, it would knock a little bit. The sensor would come in and retard the timing. So I went ahead and put 89 in it, and I didn't hear any of that the other day. That took care of it. So I'm just going to run 89 in it. So I know I see guys always getting like the 94 octane and all that. If your car doesn't call for it, you don't need it. But if you got something that's knocking, and the knock sensor's got to retard the timing to keep it from knocking, I'll go up one grade and see what happens. So we went around yesterday. It was a 5-hour trip, and some slow speed in traffic and stuff like that, and second gear pullouts and things. Not a single knock with the new gas in it, with the 89 in it. So, and just ran smooth. It's getting broke in. There's 500 miles on it now. I forget how many we put on yesterday. A couple hundred. We put a lot of miles on it. because we did get some spots where we were able to do, 60 miles an hour for pretty long stretches. So that was kind of cool. And tracking really good. The tires, everything about it. It's just a fantastic machine. It's just you got to be, once I start getting my weight back and my strength back in my legs, the top heaviness is going to go away. Because we didn't have any problem with Maddie on it before. It's just now my legs are weak. I lost 80, 90 pounds, and I'm definitely weak. I'm just now being able to go to the floor and stand back up. I couldn't do that 2 weeks ago. I got down on the ground. I couldn't get back up. Now I can get on the ground, on the floor, and stand right back up. And I wasn't able to do that 2 weeks ago. So, I'm starting to get my sea legs back. So hopefully it'll keep going that way. Anything else you guys want to talk about? We're going to be heading out after a bit here. It's 8. We're going to be heading out of here probably around 9. Well, 9:15, something like that. I don't want to go too early. And if it's raining, we're probably going to just watch out the garage over here and see. I know there's not going to be anything over by this airport over here, but there haven't been that many planes today. Usually during the day, you can see planes going every, on a regular day, about every 15 minutes, you'll see a plane going out. For a while there, this was a couple of days ago, they were going out every 2-3 minutes. There was a whole slew of them went out, flying out. And but today, I heard maybe about 4 planes the whole day, the entire day. That's all we heard. So those air traffic controllers are getting a break. The people are where they wanted to go already, so there's not much traveling today. And we can see it all the way up to the main street up there. You can see the planes going out. Kids like to watch the planes. I do too. It just amazes me something so big goes airborne like that. It just amazes the living heck out of me that thing's flying through the air with all them people in there. It's just absolutely amazing. Okay, Mike. All right, buddy. We'll talk to you. Hope you have a good dinner. You got to bring your doggy a doggy bag. And guys, don't forget to, if you can get a hold of Sean, and give him the condolences for his little teeny weeny. His little puppy came to its end, and I know he really loved that little puppy dog. They're easy to get attached to a dog. It's just super easy. I mean, you get a good little puppy, and you can't help yourself. And they don't have any kids of their own, and that was their baby. So it's a real shame. He sent me some videos and stuff, and I had some funeral pictures of the little puppy and stuff. They do that out in California, but it's his little baby. They took it everywhere. I mean, they've had it in a little. She put it in her purse and go to the restaurants and everything with that little toy dog. One of them little tiny ones. That thing couldn't have weighed more than 5 pounds. I don't think 5, maybe 6 pounds. But the little Chihuahua. So, but not a nasty one though. Not that I ever seen. He sent me lots of videos of that because, like I say, it's his baby. I remember when he first got it, it was real sickly, and they took it in, you might say. Sean's Amazing Adventures. Yeah, he's like a clean-shaven dude. When I'm all done with this live, maybe I'll go ahead and put it in the comments somewhere, and that way it'll be easier for you to find. I got him on my Messenger. I got him on a bunch of stuff. I talk to him every other week or so, something like that. Seems like a pretty nice fella. A lot of you guys, I never met you in person, but I talked to you on here and met some really super nice people. I'm of the firm believer that I still think there's more good people than there are bad. I was shocked about all the people that say they don't believe in God or anything like that, but that's a shame. That's Satan winning over, and that's just it's going to happen. But as of now, I still believe there's more people. There's more good people than bad. Unless you watch these cop things like I watch, where the cops are abusing the citizens all over. and it's getting worse. You know, that's going to come. We'll have the. It depends on who gets in this next one. There's a lot of changes can come to this country with what's coming up. And I remember reading in the Bible one time, you know, the way God punishes. It's raining. It's starting to rain really good outside right now, so we won't be going anywhere, as of now, anyway. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's raining pretty good right now. But you know, it'd be just like in World War II with the Stasi and all these kind of police and stuff like that. And you watch these dang videos. Everybody's got a camera phone now, and even when the cops take the phones off the people that are being abused, there's people up the street zooming in and taking pictures of this stuff. Go to YouTube and watch some of this stuff. Some of these cops on these things are just absolutely horrible, pulling guns on people for running a stop sign. I mean, so it seems like these people a lot of them they're scared of their own shadows. Most of them I have noticed though, just blazingly covered in tats, you know, and all this kind of stuff. And I don't know. It seems like the wrong crew is getting into that job. You know, where's Andy Griffith when you need him, and Barney? Andy and Barney. Oh well, Car 54, where are you? Them days are long past, though. Oh well. But you know something? We went out the other day. I had the kids out with the BB gun again. And boy, I'll tell you what. Matty is really getting. He's getting to the point where he don't miss now. We actually had a pop bottle. We only put like 3 pumps in it. It's fast enough to where it'll hit the bottle, but it won't like poke a hole in it or ricochet back at us. But when it hits these plastic bottles, it makes a really good sound. And boy, and it's swinging. I put it on a string of about 1.5 feet long and tied it onto a branch of a tree so we get a little bit of a wind. So he's got to hit it while it's moving, and he's doing it. Huh, Maddie?
Huh?
You were hitting the heck out of that bottle the other day, huh?
Mm-hmm.
He was really nailing it. Even Dorothy started nailing it too. And I actually missed a few.
Well, you missed 2.
I missed 2. Yeah, I missed 2 the other day. That's the first time in how long, huh, Bob?
Embarrassing.
Yeah, I missed 2 of them the other day. Most of them I always hit. I never miss. And then and both of them were to the left by about, I believe they call this a smidgen. You could see it. You could see it going because we only put 3 or 4 pumps in it. So the person who's shooting the gun, and if you're standing right behind him, you can watch it because we're just using little round BBs right now. We're not using any of the good, like the hunting ones or anything. They're a little bit expensive, but and then plus we can pick them up. If some of them do, like when we were over at the other apartment, if they go into the bottle, we collect those back up and save them. They're zinc coated. They're not rusting or anything like that. So the ones that fall on the ground, we pick them back up and use them again. I'm cheap, but they are cheap. I still got. My goodness, I got half of a container full, and we shoot that thing all the time now. And you know, right here, we just go out here by the dumpster. We got to watch for the coons though, because there's a whole family of coons over here, just a boatload of them, and so sometimes when they'll cross right where the pop bottle is, so we got to wait until they get past before we can start shooting again. So what I did yesterday was I put it up in the tree, so it's up high. So that way they could walk underneath without us have to worry about, you know, hitting one of them. But I don't like them because what they do, especially there's a big coon over here, a real good, must be the Papa. He's the Papa one. He goes in and he drags the garbage bags out of the dumpster. He doesn't like to eat inside the dumpster. All the rest of them go in the dumpster and eat, and then they come out. He goes in the dumpster and will drive a big garbage bag out. Drag it out, and then he'll sit and chew a hole in it and then sit there and leave garbage all over the ground. So he's a bad one. It'd be nice to relocate him. You know, the other ones, at least they go inside the restaurant.
Papa, he goes there every day.
Yeah, we see them every day. We see those raccoons every day. So, but it's kind of interesting. But I am glad we did some motorcycle riding. When Faye came this last time, I had brought one helmet with me when I came here. She brought my Shoei helmet. And that one, I got my Shoei helmet. It fits better. It doesn't My HJC hits me right here on the forehead. Don't mind me, I was just looking at them because they're right there. I got them hanging right there on my door. I ordered some of those things where Bluetooth, so I could talk to, two of them, one speaker for each helmet, or two speakers for each helmets, and the little mouthpiece and stuff, so we could talk to each other through Bluetooth. And it came all the way to here, and then we never got it. So I called up the company. I said, "Hey, where is it?" Well, they called it back. Next thing I know, it's back in California somewhere. And I'm like, "What's up? What's up? What'd you send it back for?" I didn't refuse it. Walmart won't let me shop on their online anymore because they say I refused it. I never refused it.
What's
They never brought it. It just went back. I don't know if they did it, the post office did it, or what happened, but they haven't put my money back, and they got the damn thing back. So I don't know what's up, but that was $60.
Papa,
What?
what's mutton?
What?
Mutton?
Mutton? It's an animal. Eat like a
Sheep.
yeah. Roy, hey, how you doing, Roy? All right. Yeah, we're not. As of now, it's raining. We'll see. Usually, every year it seems like it rains on the 4th of July, or we get a storm, or we get purple clouds or green clouds. There's always something weird happens on the 4th of July. This year was a little earlier, so the skies actually looks like the clouds are high, but it's still raining. It's raining pretty good right now. So, and I'm not even with an umbrella because it's not coming straight down. We get all wet, but it's not cold. It's not like it's not a cold rain or anything. It's a real warm summer rain is what it is. And the temperature right now. Let's see what they got for. This other phone is still working, but I can't call it or do anything or use it. But I can still see it's still got my weather and stuff on it. It's got still more pictures. I still got two more of my picture packages that Dorothy's doing it. She's putting it on the little card thingy. My little card thingy. We got it going into it's not a cloud, it's a thing that I can put in the phone. And then I can put it all on that thing, and then I'm making copies. She made one copy, and then we went ahead and made another, because I got a whole bunch of them from the Philippines. I got 128s, I got a whole bunch, and they hold a lot of pictures. So and she's doing it. I'm letting her do it. She's getting pretty successful with doing the iPhone. She wants to do an iPad coming up here. She's got a birthday coming up. I don't know. We already got her a bicycle, and I got her little doll she wanted. So, and I gave it to her early. I didn't make her wait. But we're going to try to put away so that around Christmas time we can get her that iPad for her. Because she can use that. And we do have the Wi-Fi. I don't have any SIM card in it or anything like that. It's not like, because they're not allowed to have phones at the school or anything like that. No phones, no soda pops. I mean, there's all kinds of rules, which I like. I'm looking at their big thing of rules, and some of the parents, they're all bitching and complaining about it, and I'm like, every single one of them, the rules that they put on these kids, I'm looking at thinking, that's a good one. I'm sitting back saying, okay, we're in a society, we got rules, and I didn't think it was overborne. There's a dress code. They don't want any soda pops in there. They don't have it at the thing. We can get meals for them at the school, but they like to pack their peanut butter jelly sandwich and their milk and all that. So, but Dorothy will be going up to the bigger school this year. The two boys are going to be over here yet. So Holland Road is where the school is. We got to go up there yet and see what's going on there. We'll see. But one thing I want to try. I got glasses, and my glasses changed again. And have any of you guys been seeing any of these glasses? They got the one I'm looking at right now. They're called Prima Focus. The guy got this dual lens technology, so he can adjust for your eyes. It says for stigmatism, nearsighted, farsighted, and all this stuff. I'm gonna try a pair. They're like $50. If anybody's tried them or anything, hit me back up. Tell me what you think, because I ain't pulling the trigger on buying them yet. I'd like to hear from some people. And I don't like to go the testimonials on the phone or anything that people write, because soon it could. Some of them look like the Chinese are writing it, because the words are messed up. They're not right. So, but I'd like to try a pair of them, because my vision is not the best, and it's one aisle change. I got these new glasses, the newest ones that I have. I'm not able to see out of them real good right now for reading. I got to hold the dang thing, out pretty good in order to see it with the bifocal part. Looking through the bottom of them. I wish they'd let me do the bifocals like I wanted, where they put them on the top. I knew a fellow, he had a pair years ago in the electrical trade. He had his optometrist put them on the top, because you're looking at lights up. When you're reading too, I don't want to do this. I don't want to tilt my head back and read like this. It's just driving me nuts. So, all right. But Mike sent me. He went out to dinner, but he sent me a Bible that I can read. I don't need any glasses at all. He sent me a really nice one, guys. And Mike, you might listen to this later. But it's down there right now. I can pull it out. It's down there. But these old glasses, they're not the best. Roy Duncan, let's see. Ooh. Yeah, I'm feeling better, Roy. Definitely. No, I'm not in the Philippines anymore. Yeah, you can ask me. Heavy, dirty. Yeah, go ahead. Ask away if you got a question. Sorry, I was. My thing wasn't scrolling forward. I had my thumb on the thing and it didn't scroll. I just caught these messages now. So, yeah, any questions you got, just fire them away. I lived there for 11 years. Yeah, baby.
But I crocheted you.
Oh, see, she's getting into crochet right now, guys. She made hats. She made a purse already. She wanted that too, some crochet stuff. And she went to the internet. Nobody showed her how to do it. She went on the internet and learned how to do it. So we got her some hooks. And hey, Roy. Oh, that was quick. You weren't gone very long. It's raining here. I mean, it's raining pretty good right now. That neighbor across the way, he's blowing off some ladyfingers and stuff like that. The kids are, so. And then my little one's playing his little flute. But yeah, these are those glasses I see. But any medicines you go to bring into any Asian country, I would declare it. Call the airline. I would not want to bring any drugs into any of these countries, because you could wind up in a hell of a soup. Anything you need, you can get there. Now, if you want to put a couple in your pocket, for the trip or something like that, I'm sure you could pop that and they wouldn't be able to do much to you. But I would definitely have prescriptions and what have you. Philippines, you're not going to have too much trouble, but declare it all. Yeah, Roy, sorry, everything's just going goofy. We're losing the Wi-Fi right now. It's going on and off for all of us right now. We're getting a little bit of weird weather outside. It did this to me before with the plane. When these planes are taking off, we lose it. We'll lose it for so long. It gets kind of aggravating. But yeah, in the Philippines. Yeah, so we won't. I'm not going to go out in this right now.
One.
Oh, he's got some cars.
It has.
This is a Lego car.
I just put this yesterday.
And yesterday I bought this one.
It's not Lego.
And he put this one together.